up, everyone, and welcome back to Girl You Know What podcast, episode 10, season 5. I am Danielle.
And I'm Keisha.
And so, first, I got to say this to you. So, you sent me pictures of your baby. She went to prom yesterday, and I was just like, she is just gorgeous. And y'all put that look right together. So, I was like, that's her senior prom, girl.
Girl, that's it.
Mm-hmm. That's the
That's
last big one.
Hoorah.
Yeah.
Graduation is next month.
Mm-hmm. Whew,
We ain't even took no graduation pictures yet.
Really? Well, that could be
but we
done.
will. It won't take long. I'm waiting. So she's been accepted to several universities.
Right.
What I'm waiting on is I want to just see the award letters.
Yeah.
I told her, she's valedictorian. She almost has like a 4.0 GPA.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever she goes, she should be able to go for free.
Exactly. Agreed.
She did get a scholarship from Central State.
Mm-hmm.
She did get accepted. She did get accepted to A&M. She did apply for some scholarships. So we want to see the places that she got accepted that she really wants to go to.
Mm-hmm.
What does her award letter look like?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Because all that hard work up until then, you want to get as much close to free as you can get, if not free all the way. So
because I want to, the senior pictures, I want to kind of incorporate the university that she's going to go to in one of the pictures.
Right.
So that's why I'm trying to see what's going on. But it's fast for award letters not being put together. It's just a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole news change in the system, which they should have just left it like it was.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people complain about, oh, it's too hard. Well, guess what? We figured out, some of us did it on our own.
Yeah, my parents didn't have a clue.
Our parents didn't even help us.
No, we did everything on our own.
And it's like this is why these kids be so weak.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon as they express that something is difficult, y'all make it easier for them.
Right.
They said the questions went from 200 to 30.
See.
So, but in rolling out the system, there have been so many glitches. Oh my God. It's just I'm in a parent group, because we did the Common Black College application, which I don't know if people know, but it's a standard application. You apply in one place, but it gets you basically are applying to 100 HBCUs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think you told me about that.
$20 application fee. And so there's a parent group on Facebook. So, people have just been talking about, what's going on with FAFSA, where they are. Has anybody heard anything? So it's been a mess, honestly.
Yeah.
We're not the only ones. I saw something about it on the nightly news. So I wish they would not have messed with it this year, at least.
It's like they try to dumb things down, but they make it worse.
Oh my God, they make it so much worse.
That's how they do that at work. They'll try to change the system, make it easier, and then then they got to go back to the old way until they figure it out. I'm like, just leave it alone. Ugh.
It's terrible.
It is. So there's that. So I know she had a blast. So I'm happy for her.
Though.
Yeah, definitely.
The best we could.
Yeah. So the next thing I want to say before we get into our topics, I just thought about this. We lost 3 legends just this past week. So yeah, so we lost Mr. C, of course, DJ Mr. C.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, I was thinking, is this now, or are y'all doing a remembrance? So he actually passed away.
Yeah, just a few days ago. Yep. Earlier this week. Yeah. And they didn't give a cause of death. And he was just on something, just talking, not too long ago, commentating on something. Of course, I don't know how long ago that was recorded or whatever, but it was something on hip hop or some artist or something that he was commentating on. So, definitely a legendary hip hop, New York, definitely did so much for the game when it came to DJs. So, And then another music exec, another writer, someone big in the business that we just lost, I think yesterday, was Rico Wade. I think that's his last name. I always just knew him as Rico.
Okay, I saw that this
Yeah.
morning.
Yep.
And I'm like, are y'all saying Rico Wade is dead?
Yeah. And you know, and the crazy thing is, both, I mean, we've lost so many people in young, you know, but him and Mr. C were just in their 50s.
Yeah, they were.
You know, I think he was 52 and Mr. C was probably about the same age, maybe a little older. I didn't really catch his age, but you know, so yeah, he, and for people who don't know who he is, he started the Dungeon Family. He was real big in down south hip hop. He wrote "Don't Let Go" for In Vogue. You know, so he's been in the business for a long time.
Rico.
Yeah. Yep.
When you said Dungeon Family.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It was just, what documentary did we just watch?
Yeah, because I want to see.
Because he was just on a documentary.
Right.
It's recent too.
Yeah.
I think it was on Netflix.
Because that's what I just saw, like, you know, him on, I think it was, or something.
Yeah, he was on there talking about, is it about LA or was it about Eris the Records? It was Clive Davis, I think.
I think it was the Clive Davis one, yeah.
I think it was that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I almost believe it was that one.
Yeah, because that would make sense.
Yes, because they were talking about the Christmas album.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, Rico.
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, that one really shocked me. You know, I mean, they're all shocking, you know, of course. But yeah, so they didn't give a cause of death for his yet. And lastly, O.J. Simpson.
And Roberto Cavalli died too. I know y'all don't care about that.
I didn't know that.
Roberto Cavalli passed away.
Oh no, I didn't see that
Roberto
one.
Cavalli passed away the day after O.J. Simpson.
Oh, okay. Wow. So that's 4 legends.
I was like, dang.
Dang. So
it's getting thin out here.
Yeah, it really is.
It's getting thin.
It's getting thin. Whew. So, all right. So let's go on to some more drama.
Oh my Lord.
Now, we missed the last couple weeks. I think like not long after we recorded our last episode, then it went down. Puffy, they after you, baby. I mean, can we talk about a raid went down?
Y'all know I don't agree with none of this stuff, but I'm gonna let y'all talk about it.
It's just, but you know, here's the thing. It's like there's so much going on. It's too much, and it just seems like it's a movie. And you know, it's like I don't really want to say much because if things are real, you don't want to offend people. But if it's bullshit, then it's just like, you know, what the hell. But there are so many elements that are coming into light, and we don't know what's true. We don't know, you know, what, because there are so many people that are now coming. And let me address this.
So the things, and see, these are the things that I don't like.
Go ahead.
And I don't want to say don't like. I just like to. I like to deal in facts, because what we find with Puffy, with not just Puffy, but with people like him, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Oprah Winfrey, what we find in situations, and maybe white people do it to white people, but we don't see it because we're not white.
Right.
But what we find in these situations is Black people deal in emotion. We don't tend to deal in fact.
Right.
We deal in our emotions, and just because I don't like you, if somebody accuses you of something, oh, you did it.
Right.
We won't have a shred of proof, but we will believe it because we don't like you.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if we're being 100% honest, we don't have a reason not to like you. We look at the fact that you're
don't
powerful
know these people?
and that you have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And we deal in, well, because, and I think this is some plantation shit right here, is we're just immediately suspicious of each other.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Because we only think white people are supposed to have power. We have been
Still conditioned,
bred to believe only white people are supposed to have money. Only they are supposed to be on the top. So when we see some of us on the top, what I've heard a lot lately, and we've heard it all the time. Oh, you sold yourself. You had to give up something for you to get that. Because they don't just go, and they be like, y'all, come on, y'all, come on.
Yeah. It's like you don't think that black people can do anything on their own. You don't think that your own people can do something on their own.
And I just, that, so with this situation with Puffy, and this is why I kind of told the line with this. For this, I said this when this situation happened with Cassie. I said, if we're really reading what she's saying and we're really paying attention, you all are going on a smear campaign for a man because of his sexual, I don't even want to call it deviance, because of his sexual appetite.
Yeah.
You're going after him because he prefers a little kink in his sex life.
Yeah, that's the word, kink. Yeah.
And I think we better be careful. I said this then. I must say it again. Because now, I read Cassie's lawsuit, and none of it was, now again, what I read, maybe my comprehension is low, but she openly said, I was with him because of his power, because of his influence.
Oh yeah, and everybody knew that.
Liked what she benefited from it. She was not forced to do anything. If he told her, young Jock can attest to that. He simply said, do something, and she did it. Because he had, because he was able to control her, and because she wanted to be controlled. Because she liked him. She liked what being in his life brought her. Now, she openly said that.
Yeah.
We may not like the way that sounds, and we may want to point the finger at him, but she said that out of her mouth, that she liked what it brought her.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you knew there was some benefit.
We get uncomfortable with that shit too. We've got to see, now when we grew up, Danielle, we was honest about stuff like that.
Right.
What we see in today's time is we don't hold people accountable anymore for the decisions they make. What we do is we blame other people, because let's be honest, when we grew up, hoes was hoes, and nobody was, I mean, we didn't smear them. Nobody,
it was what it was. Yeah. You knew who they were, and that you let them do their thing. Yeah.
It just was the life we led. Hey, in this world, some girls is hoes and some girls is not.
Right.
I mean, it just is what it is. And we knew what the hoes was there for, and we knew what the hoes was going to do.
Because, I mean, we noticed it, we paid attention, but at the end of the day, we minded our business.
And see, here's where the problem is. Now we live in a society where we think everything is our business.
Especially when it comes to celebrities. I mean, it's bad enough that you need to think you need to know what I'm doing, and I'm a fucking nobody, what I'm doing every day, but then these people who you put on a pedestal, you really think that you are, you need to know what they're doing every day, and then when they're real private, what are they hiding?
And so who's the black actor? I think his name was Mishon. I can't think of what his name is, but there was this whole thing on TikTok calling him mean, and because somebody walked up to him and he wouldn't take a picture with them.
Oh wait, that's is that Amerie Hardwick? Because
was it him?
I think it's him. Because
it was somebody.
It was one of them like that. Because one of them.
I feel like it was almost like the guy who Kelly was just in the movie with on Netflix, in Tyler Perry's movie. He kind of looked like him.
Yeah, he's kind of a popular actor, but it's just like, we can't think of his name. But he's been in quite a few things. But yeah, he has a reputation for that. But it's just like
going crazy.
Yeah,
to the point people had to start making TikToks and say, why do you guys think that you are entitled?
Exactly.
Like, he has to speak. He is a regular human being.
And then the thing is, like, when you hear about these stories, you're approaching him, first of all, okay, out in public, yeah, okay. You can say everybody's fair game in public. No, they're not. he's usually eating, or when you hear these stories, he's doing something,
You're
so
only doing it because he's famous.
exactly, and you want to get a little bit of shine. That's what
You
it comes down
only are
to.
doing it because he's famous. You
Mm-hmm.
feel like he owes you, or
Yep.
he has some obligation to let you in on his private moments, because that's a private moment.
Mm-hmm.
He's in public minding his business.
Yep.
He just want to walk to the gas station,
That's it.
be at the store. He don't have time for that. But we have become a society. We are nosy. So I just feel like, because what is the purpose of us living in this society where we encourage sexual freedom?
Mm-hmm.
What is the purpose? So it's okay for Amber Rose to say whatever with the slut walk, but it ain't okay for him to be out here sleeping with men.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna have to make a choice.
Right. It's just something to, and at the end of the day, I don't think people have a problem with it. I think it's just something to complain about. Because how can you have a problem with what somebody else is doing with their life in their bedroom, period?
And I heard so these parties that he be throwing, where
Mm-hmm.
people alleging this stuff be happening, they say now it's an open, hey, it's 1 o'clock. It's getting ready to get weird in here. It's getting ready to get crazy. If you don't want to be here, go.
I mean, look, Uncle Luke, out of all people, one of the people that, you think is the freakiest ever on the earth, he said that he knew when he was at a puffy party, he knew what time to get up out of there because it was about to go down.
They said they make an open announcement.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if this ain't what you own, you need to go.
Right.
Because this was getting right crack in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of like, listen, I grew up in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. It's just like it's too much. It's too much, and I like to work in fact. I know everything can't be
Thank
like
you.
that, so it's like we can hear this stuff. Like there are rumors about he had drug runners, he had sex workers. All these other people are cooperating. He had people being held hostage.
Y'all all popping pills.
I mean,
If
it's
we're
so
going to talk
much.
about it, y'all all popping pills.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all all drinking lean. Y'all all taking perks.
Yeah.
Me could tell you he was openly addicted to them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I don't know. I just, like I said, I think it's sensationalized because it's him.
Oh, I mean, definitely. It's always going to be like that. It could be
Yeah.
something small. I mean, this
Yeah.
is huge. The
Yeah.
accusations are huge. I'm not trying to downplay, but it could be something small about a celebrity, and especially somebody at the level where Puff is. It can, but it's just like it's always going to be sensationalized,
Yeah.
and basically it's just for all these bloggers and news. And I mean, of course, he's on the worldwide news, like being talked about this. They don't give a damn about that normally.
Because I'm going to tell y'all what he ain't getting ready to do. What y'all think getting ready to happen, that he going to go on trial like R. Kelly, that man's going to take a plea deal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he ain't going to go through all
Any of
that.
this shit is true.
Mm-hmm.
And if they telling him this is what the charges are, but we can give you a plea for this, and all they want is some money. They definitely go ask for restitution.
Right.
So, and we clearly already see that he's smart,
Mm-hmm.
because when he paid Cassie, that wasn't his personal money.
Yeah.
Like, that was money from the company, the insurance policy from the company. And for real, all these niggas got their stuff in their mama's name.
Oh, yeah.
If y'all think we on the internet learning how to set up trust, please believe that they got them.
Oh, definitely.
So they don't own anything. The trust owns everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he gonna take a plea deal.
Oh, yeah, he ain't gonna go to trial. Mm-mm.
And after the plea, he gonna still have parties. It's just gonna be more closed off, and it's still gonna be hoes there. I don't know what y'all think is gonna change.
Oh, he gonna have people signing NDAs and everything. It's gonna.
Everybody hate Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons is in another country and people still go over there to see him.
Right.
People are still Russell
Right.
Simmons friends. He is with Lisa Ray right now in Bali.
See.
Like, y'all. Y'all friends with some people who do some questionable shit too.
I mean, can we talk about it?
But everybody not gonna turn. I don't know what's, I know people want him to die a slow death because that's how they act. But what you think is gonna happen is not gonna happen.
Oh no. No.
But it's some news.
It's some news,
and I was glad Misa spoke up about the way that the officers went in and treated her sons.
Yeah.
Y'all treating these black men like they is pistol toting criminals. They rich.
Right.
They ain't got no guns. Not on their person. And last time I checked, y'all made it legal to carry guns.
I mean, y'all really fighting hard for that, so what's the big deal?
Child, I don't like America.
Me either.
America just ain't safe for black people. I used to say black men a lot.
It's just black people, period.
It's just black people, period.
It is.
It's just black people, period. And I've been rewatching Scandal. And I said to myself, like, damn, like, it really is crazy. Like, the government really can't do anything to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they want you, they're going to get you. If they want you, they're going to get you.
And it's your word against theirs at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
I think he would definitely take a plea.
I think so too. Yeah, I don't think that he's going, especially after seeing what happened with R. Kelly.
And trying to go to trial.
Yeah, because, excuse me, like because what he's being accused of, let's keep it real, it's a little bit more intense than what R. Kelly went through. R. Kelly was just like mainly, don't get me wrong, R. Kelly has some shit going on. And, so I'm not trying to downplay his compared to Puffy's, but if you do a comparison, there's a lot more to this that, so yeah, it's going to be some mess, but let's just wait for the facts. Let's just wait, or, let's just wait and see when some more information comes out, because we're hearing this, we're hearing that, and we don't have any facts yet. We're hearing hearsay, so, and I know
anything that's on the internet is hearsay until we see the documentation.
Right.
Of the United States versus Sean Combs. That's when we'll know for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because right now they on a fishing expedition.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why, let's keep it real. That's why, it could be a good or bad thing when you think about it, but they're going to turn it into a bad thing. Yeah, you would have heard something by now.
They'd arrested his ass.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to say. Like, we would have heard something by now. It's like it's been silent for about probably almost a week. That we haven't heard anything.
Arrested him.
Oh yeah. Child.
Everything is a fishing expedition. I think when people see like, "Ooh, you got raided," they served a warrant on your property. They just looking for shit.
They had your sons in handcuffs and you left. Now I did not. I can be a little ignorant. I thought that was funny. I'm sorry, because it was just like,
the boys was in cuffs.
No, not that they were in cuffs. No, that. He got a heads up, allegedly. This is all allegedly. He got a heads up that his house was getting raided. Now, maybe he didn't think that they would, do all that to his sons and whoever was in the house.
Because they wasn't looking for them, so I wouldn't have thought that either.
Yeah, but I was just like, he just hit it, to the airport, and he just left them there to suffer the consequences. But, I really don't think that he thought that
he knew them boys didn't do that.
Exactly, right. So he probably thought that they were going to be okay, that they might question them.
Y'all stay here, because if we all go, or if it looked like we running in,
yeah,
and y'all ain't got no reason to run. Y'all ain't do nothing.
Right.
They not looking for y'all. They looking at me.
Yep. Yeah, so we'll see how this plays out. It's just like you never know which way things are going to go. Yeah, you just don't know. So we'll of course keep our eyes and ears open to see what's going on. And I'm not putting too much energy into it. If I hear something, we may talk about it, but
And I'm gonna say, I mean, no, let me shut up. Let me shut up. I'm gonna shut up because I know how people feel about him, and I'll be seeing the comments on the internet, and
hmm
people hate him, and people, and it just be like, "Ooh,
But I mean, but just a
God
week, just
forbid some shit happen to you."
yeah, but just a year or so ago, y'all were on his dick. So it's just like, people are so finicky. You praising
I
everything that
just,
he's doing one day, and then the next day you hear this shit, and then
I
he's the
mean,
worst
I just
person in the
stand
world.
back and see what color sugar gonna put on the walls.
That's my life. That's it.
Baby, it's hard out here. Okay.
Yeah, I am Sealy to the bone because I'm just gonna sit back and watch. That's it. That's all I do.
So,
I don't say nothing no more.
mm,
So, whew, all right. So let's change. Well, still in the music business. But you sent me this. It was like a little mini documentary, and it was really cute. But it kind of made me sad about Amerie,
uh-uh,
singer Amerie, and um, there were a lot of things in it that I really didn't think about at the time.
uh-uh.
And basically, to summarize it in one sentence, is that she wasn't willing to put out to become the next superstar. Basically,
And I think also too, what was, and I think what really, cause see, now we've had Beyonce since she was about 15,
right?
but we're used to Beyonce in a group.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think because we already knew Beyonce, we didn't really look at her solo career as, I didn't. Let me speak for
Mm-hmm.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look at it as a big deal
Right.
because it's Beyonce. Like
Yeah.
she was just singing with them, like she just by herself now. Like,
And how many?
but we already are familiar with her.
Yeah, and the thing is, in saying that, how many times have we seen like a lead singer, or the more popular one from a group go
Yeah,
solo?
Supremes,
Yeah,
like
it happens all the time.
and so it wasn't that big of a deal. Well, we didn't. Well, I didn't think it was that big
Yeah,
of a
I
deal.
mean, I really didn't either. I was just like, okay, she was going to go solo. I think we kind of knew that because that's usually what
Yeah, of
happens. So
course.
yeah.
So the part that really threw me was when they did the comparison of A. Marie walking down the street. So
Mm,
why don't we fall in love?
yeah, those comparisons kind of took
And
me out.
then to Beyonce with Crazy in Love.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Because because Beyonce has always been there,
Yeah.
it was like I didn't really focus in on the fact that, oh, you stole that girl's style.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pay it any attention.
Yep.
But what really was like, oh, is when her and Johnny was sitting there laughing and she said, nobody's going, we keep stealing people's stuff. Ain't nobody gonna invite us to their show no more.
Mm-hmm.
Because we steal their stuff. And he was like, so what?
Yeah.
I was like, Beyonce.
I mean, but and even still to today, how many times has Beyonce been? It's been proven that she has stolen stuff from people's shows and video concepts and style, and yeah. So it's just, I mean, and then right there is where they just prove that she's going to keep
I
doing
was
it.
like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that part was really wild to me.
Yeah, to see, yeah, because I never heard anybody say it just blatantly like that and laugh about it.
She said it.
Yeah.
That was the crazy part. Like, oh, she's saying it.
Mm-hmm.
And now I did hear a songwriter a couple of years ago say that when she's in this, like you have to put her name down.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if she didn't write,
Mm-hmm.
you have to give her songwriter credit.
Yep.
I was like, oh,
Like that is crazy.
it's crazy. But Amerie was an amazing singer.
Yes.
She is an amazing singer. She's written. She's a great writer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that she was able to pivot her career into something else and
Yeah.
something that she loved because she was fighting a losing battle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
was a great artist, but she was fighting a machine,
Mm-hmm.
and that was never gonna work.
I mean,
they were always going to put their money behind Beyonce.
yeah, and it was like the same thing. Like, it reminded me of Tierra Marie and Rihanna. They said the same thing about them a while ago. Like
Yeah.
when that basically Tierra Marie was supposed to be that girl on Rockefeller,
But
and
I used to hear Tierra had a horrible attitude
well,
though.
and see, that's the thing. It's just like, so that was, they're out with her. It was like, well,
Yeah,
her
she gave
attitude
them an out.
yeah. But, still, they did put Rihanna ahead of her,
They
and
did.
possibly rightfully so. But we didn't really get a chance to see what all
Well,
Tierra
not
Marie could
rightfully
do.
so, because Rihanna can't sing.
No, she can't sing and she can't dance. We know that.
No,
So,
she can't sing.
yeah.
Tierra deserved that spot.
Because she could actually sing. I don't know don't think I've
And I
ever seen
think
her
the fact that
dance,
she
but
could sing, she could do a little two-step, but I think the fact that she could sing, it made her a bit arrogant.
listen.
It made her a bit like,
yeah.
I'm singing these bitches under the table.
And the sad thing is, you see a lot of these artists, period. 'Cause I've even seen men, like this, where I can sing, for real. You got these people, so that arrogance that they have because they're up against people who can't sing.
But
So
you're up against people who have better presence than you.
exactly, that's what it is. So that arrogance messes you up because it's like they don't care about your real talent. They don't care about
I
that.
feel like Joe is like that.
Yeah.
Like the singer Joe.
Yeah, that's why his career never
Joe
took
can
off.
sing.
He sing his butt off.
But it's something about Joe and the words of Cedric and Luther's Curl, it just ain't quite right. It is something about him.
Because I mean, he's had some hits, but it's just like he never was able to get to that. You know what I mean?
Attitude. It seems a little bit like he got a little chip on his shoulder.
I'm sure. I'm sure he
like
does.
Something is off with him. I'm a good reader of personalities.
I can
not
see.
to take it, not to flip it, but I say the same thing about Jameson Winston in football. Every time we're watching football, if Jameson Winston is playing and something happens, and I tell Ronnie this all the time. I'm like, Ronnie, is something wrong with him? There's mentally something wrong with him. There's something off with Jameson Winston. That's why he can never perform to the level that they want him to perform to.
Right. Because how long has he been in the league and he ain't done, what he's supposed to do?
Something going on with him.
Yeah.
And then when he had that incident at school, did something sexually, he almost gives me like sexual deviance. Like a little bit of like peeping Tom, perverted, like something's off with him. And you can see it. I said, he needs to go to therapy. I said, if they want to fix his game, he needs a therapist.
Right.
Something is going on with him.
And see, and they're not going to help him because he hasn't lived up to the hype. So they're just like, we'll just let him, yeah. If he was somebody else, that, was living up to the hype, but had, but they could see something wasn't quite right. Oh, he'd be getting help immediately.
I don't think Deshaun Watson is 100% there, like where he's off into the woods like Jameson Winston, but he is close to the line.
Very.
And he should go to therapy too.
Yeah.
Because it's something there. He has great potential, more potential than Jameson Winston does. But it's something not quite right with him.
And then when you I mean, it's bad enough if you do have issues, but then when you put in the money, which equals the power, the fame, all this stuff, then you don't think nothing's wrong with you.
That attitude. And I think that's where Deshaun Watson is.
Oh yeah, because all he's been through, he probably still doesn't think to this day that he did anything wrong.
Yeah,
he just takes his suspensions and goes on.
Let me tell you this, like with the situation with Houston. I kind of felt like, I told Ronnie, I said, I think the team really put him out. Like,
oh yeah, they threw him under the bus. Yeah, he was a sacrificial lamb. Yeah, definitely.
In that situation, I don't know if I even believe he did do anything, Danielle.
And if he did, he wasn't the only one. That's what got me.
Because the team was making the appointments. So if the team was making the appointments, why wasn't why wasn't anybody saying, "Oh, I don't want to do him.
Right.
I don't want to.
They were
I don't
probably
want him
fighting for
as a
that
client."
appointment. They were probably fighting for it. Like, like it's my turn,
Yeah.
girl.
And then remember when this happened, he had asked for a trade,
Mm-hmm.
and then miraculously,
Boom.
after he asked for the trade, all the allegations came.
Yep.
So it was a bit suspicious to me
Mm-hmm.
that you're telling me that these massages happened way before, and they just so happened when he expressed that he did not want to be on this team anymore. Now the allegations come out.
Right.
It's the same was with that Bill Cosby shit.
Mm-hmm.
The same goes with a lot. If we actually pay attention, it happens to a lot of men, a lot of black
Yeah.
men.
Oh yeah.
As soon as they express their distaste for something,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as they try to move outside of what the Caucasians believe is the norm,
Mm-hmm.
here comes trouble.
Like you doing too much, you gotta bring you down. Hold
Here
on.
comes trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
Yep. Like my grandma always say, y'all know y'all can't do what they do. It
Uh-huh.
don't matter how much money you have. It's just you can't get away with what they can. And then even like in a situation like his where you and I both don't think that he did anything, just because of the way everything went down, that makes it so suspect to even believe that something went down, that he was set up.
Yep. Something weird happened. I mean, because again, these massages supposedly happened a year and a half before him saying he didn't want to be on the team.
Right.
So what was y'all doing for the 18 months?
Trying to put a story together.
And I almost believe that the team paid the girls. He didn't.
Mm-hmm.
The team paid them girls.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Now that sounds crazy to me right there.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Ciao.
That's why I say, as black people, listen, I understand that we are suspicious, and we don't know it, but it's definitely plantation behavior
Mm-hmm.
for us to not trust each other.
Right.
Because that's the way they kept us from running away.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way that when somebody came up with a plan to run away, they could get somebody to tell.
Yep.
So it's embedded in us to be suspicious of each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we've reached a point where it's time we start to pay attention and question our own suspicions.
Right.
Like, all of them are not rooted in, actual facts.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something that's been bred in us, and we need to stop.
Yeah, because like I say, everything is not a conspiracy theory. Everything is not against us. It feels like it, but you just have to take your time and sit back and really see that people don't analyze things. They don't sit back, like you said, just very reactionary.
Yeah, let's deal in the facts.
Yeah.
Because one thing I'm going to do is tell you, I don't like her, but that was cute.
Right. He's still going to keep it real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on
compliment
now.
a lot of people I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
I see people going through stuff and struggling on Facebook.
Right.
I don't really care for them, but guess what I do? Still pray for them.
Right.
Like, Lord, help them meet their need. Meet them wherever their need is, God, because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You niggas need to learn, be re-taught.
Mm-hmm.
Full of hell is what y'all is. What Ronnie was saying yesterday, that devil is just strong on people.
Listen.
I said, okay, Deacon, that's enough.
That's it, because he's about to get into a whole sermon, honey.
Oh, gosh.
You'd have still been in it right now.
And I had no time. So we want to talk about Angel Reese.
Yes.
People coming for Angel. And as we all know, LSU played. Who did they play? Iowa, right?
Yeah, they played
lost.
Iowa. Yep.
And Iowa beat them. It was devastating. It was Angel Reese's last game.
And she played hurt.
Yeah, she did, because she was hurt the game before that.
Then she re-injured. What was her ankle or something?
So She did a phenomenal job.
Mm-hmm.
She played tough. She always plays tough.
Right.
Luckily, South Carolina went on to beat Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
But during that press conference, Flage really gave Angel Reese a lot of praise
Yes.
for being strong, for being resilient, for taking all the criticism that comes at her. And what we saw was people in the media kind of make her out to be the villain a
Yeah.
little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is this, like, but I understand that there's a double standard for women.
Right.
Doesn't mean I agree with the double standard, but I do know
But
it
we know it's
exists.
there. Yeah, it exists.
You know, that when women play with the same intensity that men play with, or they talk trash like men, you know, we get labeled bitches.
Mm-hmm.
We get, oh, we got bad attitudes. Oh, why you crying now? Because she shed a few tears.
Yeah.
You know, she was definitely um hurt. I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
her feelings were hurt, you
Yeah.
know.
And dealing with all that, she probably knew, even though she didn't announce that she was leaving and going to the WNBA at that time, because that was right after the game.
Right.
She probably knew that was going to be her last game, or it could possibly been her last game at LSU. So all those emotions and everything coming over her,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, of course she's going to finally just break down.
Yeah.
You know, that's human. That's somebody being human.
It's like y'all y'all gotta pick a side.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like you don't want girls to be too tough, because then you say, oh, we act like men when they
Right.
on the court. But then when they show emotion, you make fun of them for that too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, do you want them to be soft or do you want them to be hard?
Right.
You know.
It's just say you
But
don't just, I
if
mean, you don't
Braun
like
start
them.
crying, y'all don't say shit.
No.
You know, if
If
he
somebody
excited,
blows on LeBron and he falls out, and y'all like, oh no, he's hurt. You know, this girl messed up her ankle, came right back out, played hurt. You don't see. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. You don't. You see it every now and then, but you don't really see these even NBA players. You don't see them doing that.
no, because they all soft as hell now.
They get tired and they sit out. They're resting 2 or 3 games.
We have got to really have a sports conversation one day,
Mm-hmm.
because somebody has got to. Where is the sports people? We got to get some of the guys on here,
Yeah.
because we got to really talk about what the hell are they resting from.
Right. I do not understand that.
I will never say any of you are better than Michael Jordan, because you Negroes don't want to play,
Right.
and I don't have time for where are we in the twilight zone? You're talking about something that infuriates me.
Listen.
Is these boys running around talking about who's the GOAT. In the words of Jay-Z, you donkeys. I want to be clear. Y'all are some donkeys.
Yeah, because
So GOAT conversation ain't even for y'all.
Mm-mm.
Y'all running around here scoring points and stuff, but you won't even play
Right.
all the games. I saw a lady. She's from Atlanta. She's a doctor. She's a physician in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
She actually goes to LA and watches the game.
Mm-hmm.
She said the last 2 times that she has flown to LA to see the Lakers play, LeBron was out both games. He was resting on the bench with his street clothes on.
And and I hear that all the time.
Crazy?
Yeah, you hear that all the time. Like a player will, like, I mean, somebody will go to the game. They saved up all this money. They finally get to go to a game, and the player that you want to watch is on the bench, chilling. And nothing's wrong with them. They're just tired. They're
y'all
tired.
can never
Never. No.
never. And let me tell you something. And I didn't care for Kobe, God rest his soul,
Mm-hmm.
because I felt like he was trying to be Michael Jordan too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
But now I see what he was doing.
Right.
I see the direction that he was going in.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't even Kobe.
No.
At this point, let's just, again, I ain't never been a fan of Kobe Bryant, and y'all ain't even Kobe.
No.
Y'all terrible at this point. And
Kobe.
LeBron, I'm so disappointed. I'm disappointed in LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
I have never been this disappointed in him.
Yeah.
And then when speaking of Angel Reese and women's basketball, when the game was going on and Caitlin Clark was playing, Iowa was playing South Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
he sends out a tweet like, "Oh, anybody who hating on Caitlin Clark, what? You went against the black girl?" I went right under there and said, "I'm cheering for the black girl." Are you crazy?
Well, I think, you know what, and here's the thing, like, Caitlin Clark is a bad girl. I don't give a damn what anybody has to say. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it as somebody who played on that
Did she
level.
score a lot of points? Absolutely.
Yeah, she broke a lot of records, so you have to give her
Absolutely.
that. But she's not the greatest to do it. I mean, and then that doesn't have anything to do with her being a white girl. It's just the facts.
And when she's
She
in
just
the
got
game against black women,
Mm-hmm.
you go with the black women. I don't. Black people, why is that hard for y'all? I need y'all to all come to the front. Why is that hard for y'all?
Especially, I mean, and let's just keep it real. Not just black people, but black men. It's like it's like somebody's pinching you, like don't say it. Don't say it. Don't give the black girl any praise over the white girl. Don't do that. It's just like it's pathetic.
It's like I'm speechless. I couldn't believe he said that.
Now I can understand him. Right now, I can understand him saying it as an athlete, as someone who plays the game like
them haters.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think that he shouldn't have put all that.
All them black women out there busting their ass?
He could have gave her praise, but it didn't have to be about hating. You could have gave her praise, but
to go against Dawn?
Yeah, I mean the GOAT. How dare you?
Wow. Honey, you talking about could have bought me for a penny? Honey, to watch black men go against Dawn,
Listen,
like y'all wasn't all raised in the 80s.
Right. And didn't see her kicking ass.
Baby, that was a different type of wild.
Right. Right.
Like we wasn't around for the first segment of the WNBA.
Listen, we were here for the inauguration.
We was there at the inaugural.
We saw
Dawn, Cheryl Swoops, Lisa, and that white girl. What's her last name?
Rebecca Lobo.
How in the world?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never gonna go against them. But nobody.
Oh,
never.
Speaking of, hold on. What's her name? Tarani? I can't ever think of her name now. She's a bad girl. She plays basketball. And she was one of the commentators during the final game. She's had a lot of shit to say about Angel, too. Basically talking about that, you're not going to be playing against, like, what did she say? Something like...
Did she have braids?
No. She's a white girl. She's Italian.
Oh, wait a minute. The one who had them braids in her hair at the first thing and then she took them out.
I think so. Yeah, I think
she was sitting next to Elle Duncan.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
Girl.
So, and I like her as a player. I do. That's just being a fan. But she had a lot of shit to say about Angel Reese. Now, Angel Reese has played. Now, for people, you may have only seen her 2 years at LSU, but she transferred from another school.
Yeah, she did.
So she has her eligibility. Now, she had an extra year eligibility left, but she still has played 4 years.
Right.
So what is the difference between her? Now, she says something about her. It's one thing to play against, all these 18 and 19-year-olds and be a dog and think that you're the greatest. But when you get to the WNBA, it's a whole nother thing. Why didn't you say that shit about Caitlin? She's coming to the league next year.
And hold on. Y'all damn near wanted to crucify Cheryl Swoops when she said it about Caitlin. Mm-hmm. So why is it okay for you to say it? Because guess what, black people? What I'm about to say. Y'all have got to sit in the seat of being comfortable to understand why people don't like us.
That's it. There's always going to be something.
It ain't. You can't tap dance enough. You can't rub their back enough. You can't fetch enough pails of water. You can't kiss their ass enough.
No,
they don't
like us.
And it's okay. Because somewhere along the line, you picked up a trait of believing you needed to be liked by everybody. And you definitely don't need to be liked by a person who really wants to keep their foot on your neck.
Right.
But I know y'all don't like that because y'all stay in relationships with men who hate y'all.
And let's that's a beautiful segue. Let's talk about Jarrod Carmichael. Let's just go into that. So, and we talked about this before, not in this depth, but so comedian Jarrod Carmichael, he came out, he was doing one of his little comedy shows or whatever, and he basically, you know, said that he's into race play. Him and his white boyfriend, of course he has a white boyfriend, of course he does. And that's a whole nother subject. But he basically said that he likes, you know, when they play race games, you know, and what that means is, you know, basically he likes being called a nigger and being treated as a slave and all this other stuff, you know, by his white boyfriend. He gets turned on by that. And this is something that I have heard for years being in the community. This is why you see.
Oh, so you're telling me that other people are doing this?
Okay.
Oh.
So this is why we always, like, we've talked about this before, maybe not on the show, but I've said something to you about you see these rich or just, you know, successful. They don't even necessarily have to be rich, but successful black men. You rarely see gay black men. We're talking about gay. You rarely see them with a black partner.
Oh yeah, you did say that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You see, like, I mean, we can go from RuPaul to Billy
His
Porter.
Man white?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What?
White and foreign, I think. So he really got him a white one. Let's see, Billy Porter. I think I said Billy Porter already. Even our, and I'm gonna say it, I don't give a shit. Even our city council president, Shannon Hardin.
Yep.
Has the goofiest looking white, but he's white and he got money.
And he a Republican too, ain't he?
Yeah, his boyfriend's a Republican. Oh, no, it's his husband. I'm sorry, they're married. It's his husband. So, but you see these things, and then I've always wondered, like, why do these successful black men get white husbands or only date white men? And I've heard about this race play stuff before. You know, like they like being called these things. It's like it's something that really turns them on. And I need my gay black men, regardless if you date white men or not, why? Why? What is, and you may not understand it either, another gay black man, because you don't get down like that, but why? I just don't understand how that is.
Right.
I'm just really lost because when I saw that, I think I sent it to you immediately and I was like, girl, I was like, I've heard this before and here it is. And he's out there telling it in his routine like it's something cute. So he don't see nothing wrong with it. Of course, he was doing it as a comedy bit, but you don't see nothing wrong with it.
Oh, no, because he has a reality show on HBO. Like, they're actually, like, following him around. Like, he's showing this. That's how it all came up. Like, he has a reality show on HBO right now. I think is his name Jarrod Carmichael?
Yeah.
It's called the Jarrod Carmichael Show. It's a reality show.
Well, I won't be watching that. And here's the thing.
No.
It's like, don't you have enough problems not only being a black man, but being a gay black man to where...
So I want to say something like very serious.
Go ahead.
I am not in the life. I do not know your struggles, but I want to, even if you are a heterosexual person and you are in a relationship of someone you're black and your partner is white.
Because it happens too.
If you feeling like you as the black person want your white spouse to call you the N-word, or you have some desire to do slave master play in the bedroom, if you are the black person, you need help.
Yes.
Like, I'm not joking.
No.
I'm not being funny. You need to seek mental health immediately. Like, you need a therapist immediately. You need a psychiatrist. You don't even need to see a therapist. You need a psychiatrist.
Come on now.
I'm not exaggerating.
No, there's something
I am
terribly
not
wrong.
joking. It is serious, and it shows, I want to choose my words wisely. It shows that there may be some issues. I'm not going
Mhm.
to call them defects,
Mhm.
but there's something that needs to be attended to with you mentally.
Right.
You know, there may have been something in your past that has led you down this road. It is not funny. And if your partner asks you, if you are the Black person and your partner is white and they ask you to participate, I would advise you say, okay, and leave the
Mhm.
house. There should be no argument. There should be no, they shouldn't be able to call you on the phone and say, I was just joking.
Right. Because you weren't.
Okay, that's fine. You may have been joking and maybe you were, but that relationship should not be visited anymore.
No. Because if
We've
that
got
even
to
came to
get
your
comfortable
mind.
again with absolute deal breakers.
Mhm.
Because it seems that we're in a place where we're accepting anything
Yeah.
as a society. And you've got to get comfortable with people's boundaries. Like you have to say, hey, it's not okay for a white man to look me in the face and say he wants to do role playing of slave and master.
Mhm.
It's just not okay.
No.
Like there's no big explanation I have to give. Like it's not okay.
Mhm.
I was thoroughly disappointed.
Oh, I was outdone. I was just like, because
When I saw that, I sent back, I was like, it's
it's
disgusting.
disgusting. Yeah. And it's like I've never blatantly heard somebody, and like I said, I know it was his comedy bit, but he was being serious. And
He was serious.
yeah, and I've never heard somebody just who is into that just talk about it so freely. I've heard about it,
And
like I
be the
said,
Black person,
and
or
be the
even
black.
the white person for that matter.
Yeah.
Nobody should be comfortable. See, this
Oh, see, the
goes
white
back
person wasn't gonna
to,
say nothing. The white person ain't gonna say nothing because that's gonna
we
make them
have
look.
tricked these people into believing they are supposed to share everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me say this, back in the day, y'all probably been doing this since the 60s and 70s, since the
Oh
50s.
yeah,
But let me tell you this, it we used to live in a society where what went on in your bedroom was your
that was
business.
it.
Who? My question is always, who keeps telling y'all that you're supposed to share everything? Like,
Right.
it, y'all, it's not necessary.
Okay.
You got to get strong and be like, listen, I could have shared every aspect of everything that went on with my child yesterday. I didn't
Mm,
want to.
right.
I posted one
You
picture.
posted one picture and that was it. That's all that
Y'all
needed to be
live
said.
for public attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want her to be like that. Like, I don't want
Right.
that for my kid.
Right. Especially
I
because she
want
grew
her to
up in the social media
experience
age.
life
Yeah. Yep.
and not feel like she has to experience life on a lens
Mm-hmm.
or she has to share every single aspect of her life with people who she don't even know.
Right.
Like, y'all think that's the way of the world, and it definitely shouldn't be.
No.
It shouldn't be. Because, like, here he is being ridiculed. He's going to be dragged through the mud
Mm-hmm.
for something that, honestly, if that's his sexual preference behind closed doors in his bedroom, it was really nobody's business to begin with. That's the
Exactly.
same stuff I said about Puffy and Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
Cassie went out here, and if I was Cassie's husband, I'm gonna keep saying it. I would have told her, "You're not gonna tell nobody that. You're
Right.
not gonna tell nobody that you was acting out sexual scenes for a man while he sat and watched.
Mm-hmm.
That you said it out your mouth. You allowed him to turn you into a real life porno. It was like Broadway in his
Mm-hmm.
bedroom.
Yeah. He was living it up,
Like,
girl. Listen,
yeah,
playing out all them fantasies, and like you said, that's fine. But you don't tell
yeah.
nobody.
But keep it quiet. Hey, that's why Jerry Falwell and his wife got a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
For the same thing that Puffy is doing with Cassie, that is what Jerry Falwell and his wife got a divorce for.
Right.
They was hiring a male prostitute. He was having sex with the wife, and Falwell was in the corner watching.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, but some people are into that stuff.
Yeah. And hey, and that's your business.
And that's your business. Y'all gotta stop making your business the world's business.
Mm-hmm.
Quit letting them punk you into thinking you gotta tell them what you're doing behind closed doors, baby. Don't nobody want to know.
Listen,
Nobody want to know. You ain't
nobody
getting
wants
ready
to
to do
know.
nothing but become the laughing stock of the country.
That's it. You think it's cute, and
TikTok is nothing but a bunch of people making a fool of themselves.
that's it.
Some of it is informative,
Mm-hmm.
but it's girls on there who are in full-fledged abusive relationships recording it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, we got in a fight last night. Like,
With a black
baby, you
eye.
get out there. Go to a domestic violence shelter.
Right. You posted it on TikTok. Come on now. What's wrong with y'all?
It
Ooh.
is like, it's crazy. But yeah, I was really disappointed in him
I
to
was
see him.
too. I was just like,
That was
wow.
terrible
Yeah.
to see him doing that and to think it's just okay to openly talk about it.
Yeah.
If you don't respect yourself, like, respect other black people
At least.
that it may be offensive to.
Mm-hmm. But obviously, but
Like,
you don't care.
yeah, that's not okay.
Mm-mm.
You know, because see, this is how we dumb down the slave trade.
Yeah.
This is how we make people think slavery is not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we do that.
And it's like it's all fun and it's a game, So yeah, they should take it out of schools. We shouldn't learn about it. I mean,
Right.
it's like, yeah, so it's all people don't realize that it could be the smallest thing. You may not think it's going to turn into something big, but there's always a trickle down effect for some bullshit. I just don't understand. I really don't. I was
Girl.
so disappointed.
Yeah, that was definitely a like, whoa.
Yeah.
So what happened with Lizzo? We're gonna let that be the last thing.
Okay, so basically, yeah, because this ain't gonna be long, because you know how we both feel about her. But so basically, what happened was she was tired of people talking about her. She was finally fed up, and she posted. She did a Facebook or I don't know if it was maybe an Instagram post, wherever. Basically, going into this long rant at the end, she said, "I quit," in all caps. So of course, people were. Oh, is she quitting the business? What's wrong?
Which is exactly what she wanted.
That's what she wanted. Exactly. That's what I have in my notes. That's exactly what she wanted.
Mhm.
And so then, after a couple days went by, she comes and does an Instagram video, whatever, and basically clarifying what she said, that she's not quitting. She was just going through all this blah, 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 emotions and everything like that.
Girl,
And she wants to thank everybody for supporting her. But she did this apology in a too small bathing suit. So you went right back to what people are talking about. Because
anybody who walks around with their ass out at a Lakers game where children are, you do everything for attention.
right, and like I say all the time, it pisses me off so much about her because she's really talented, like really talented, and your career has taken a huge nosedive because of your insecurities and your plight. I guess you can call it a plight to do this body positivity thing, which is I'm not against body positivity. You feel how you want to feel, but everybody don't need to see your body. That's where
I
the
don't feel like
privacy
she
comes in.
is positive about her own body.
Yeah,
Let me tell you
yeah.
something, and you sent me something recently
Mm-hmm.
from somebody on social media. I think people who say stuff like, oh yeah, because fat people make me sick while they are fat.
Listen.
Um, People who
Oh.
force you to look at their body like what Lizzo does.
Mm-hmm.
Walks around with no clothes on, and it's like, oh, if the skinny girls can do it, I can do it too.
Yep.
I think people who do that hate
They
themselves.
do. They truly
I
do.
genuinely, they would never be able to convince me because I'm a plus size woman. So
Mm-hmm.
you can never convince me that you love yourself and that's why you do those things. You
Right.
hate yourself.
Yeah.
And what I would ask of all of you, hate yourself in silence.
Thank you. Because all you're doing is now you're looking for sympathy. You're
Hate
looking for
yourself in
attention.
silence, honey.
Yeah. Because that's
Get
all
a
that
therapist and
was.
figure that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't listen. Everything that you're trying to prove to people you're not,
Mm-hmm.
we see that you are.
Yeah.
And it's poor taste. Because if we saw a dark skinned woman getting on social media saying stuff like, oh, whatever, I don't know a dark skin slur, but
Mm-hmm.
whatever, dark skin, whatever, get
Yeah,
on my
basically just
nerve, or
talking
black
about
bitches make me
themselves,
mad, or whatever.
what they've heard other
Um,
people say about dark skinned people, and they
yeah,
go on there and
if
say it.
you if we saw that from a dark skinned woman, it would be puzzling, like it would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you not think we're not looking at you like that too?
Right.
Oh, just because it's weight?
And it's supposed to be funny.
It's not
Not
funny.
at
It's still
all.
hate.
It,
It's still despicable.
mm-hmm.
And again, you're still big.
I mean,
It doesn't
it
change
doesn't
anything.
change.
Like,
Nobody's.
stop doing that,
Yeah, just
y'all.
because you're making fun of it doesn't mean that people aren't looking at you like, well, damn, she's big too. Yeah, that's what they're saying.
And it's like, there's so much more that you can spend your time doing.
Mm.
You can really spend your time, working on your hair,
Yeah.
working on your skin, getting the right gloss for your lips,
Working on your
like
weight. If it's
getting
such a
a
big deal.
signature color.
Child.
I mean, just, because listen, maybe you're just okay with you,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe you're used to people not being okay with you.
That's what it
So you
is.
make fun of yourself before other people can make fun of
Yeah,
you.
it's a defense
I would
mechanism.
encourage
Yeah.
you to get away from people who make you feel like that.
Right.
Get away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Be where you're celebrated. Be around people who accept you for who you are.
Thank you.
If you're trying to lose weight, and I don't even want to focus on the weight. Well,
Mm-hmm.
how is your health?
Yes.
If your health is good, baby, leave the rest of it alone.
Right.
If it's fine with you, what are your numbers? Like, what's your blood pressure? What's your cholesterol?
Do
Like,
you know
I
those
would encourage
things?
you to focus on that stuff
Yeah. Instead of
instead
trying
of
to
a
beat
look.
somebody to the trying to beat somebody to the punch and talking about you. I mean, it's not cute. It's not.
It is exhausting.
It is.
Baby, that's why I stay to look. Me and the 5 friends I got, because
That's it. Because anything else, it would be like too much. I
it's more
couldn't.
like 10 of y'all, but
But yeah, it's just like,
it's more like 10 of y'all, but
and
I
I'm
stay
so
to the
content.
same people, because,
Yeah.
honey, being friends with these people and just have to deal with everybody's fucked up emotions, honey, it's too
Oh,
much.
it's exhausting. It wears me out.
And see, this why we can't fool with a lot of people, baby, because I see a therapist.
Okay.
And being the hood's therapist, I have to see a therapist. Like,
Listen.
honey, so I can't even fool with you too much if you don't go to therapy, or if we
Right.
ain't working these issues out together.
Right. I go to therapy and I'm on pills, so it's like,
Listen,
so you can't tell me that I ain't going to give you some advice that you need because I have
you
been
got
through
to
it.
really get this shit together. Y'all out here just,
Oh,
man, I had a conversation with somebody, and I said to myself, the fact that there are people who are really out here living and not checking themselves every day is some scary shit.
it's real scary.
y'all be out here just accountable to nobody.
Mm-mm.
Not your children, not y'all's mamas, not your damn self, just nobody.
Oh,
I
just
and at
living.
the end of post a scripture or say so, baby, y'all you don't believe in God. You
Mm,
ain't gonna get me to believe it.
mm-mm.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
Because if you did, you would feel a totally
Because with
different
loving the
way.
Lord comes accountability.
Mm-hmm. And we see hardly any of that from those people. So we'll actually see none of it really from those people. Yeah.
Absolutely none.
None.
None. Child, it's rough
Ooh,
out here.
it is. It's
Hard out here for
I
them.
was, I was just getting ready to say it's real. That
It's
is a
real out
real.
here.
Ooh.
Well, this is a nice little comeback after the break.
Yeah.
We'll be back here next week. I
Yes.
think we're gonna plan to be off like Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
I should be okay graduation weekend because graduation's on the Thursday.
Yeah, well, just hey,
I
priorities.
think we'll be good. We're
Okay,
oh child.
your child, just play it by ear because you
Empty.
may.
I'm gonna be an empty nester.
Yes,
Oh my lord.
you ain't
I
gonna know what to
felt
do
sick
with
to my
yourself.
stomach
Yeah,
last night.
girl, I know you did because it's bad enough that
Mm,
she went, but then it's just like, damn, this is the last one.
she gonna be gone.
Gone,
Oh, what am I do? Lord help me.
girl. We're gonna pray for you.
Child. But y'all got to pray.
Yes.
As they say, church pray. Church got to pray for me.
Okay. Oh, Lord
That is
have
my
mercy.
baby. We was
I know.
talking yesterday, and
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie was in the room, and she came in here, and when she left out, Ronnie was like, you know, he said, I didn't have that, when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
He said how she just come in here and she just ask you like, what she think and how she feel and stuff. He was
Mm-hmm.
like, I said none of us did.
Yeah, we didn't have
I
that.
said, but see, that's the reason why we should do our kids like that. I
Mm-hmm.
said, because we had to figure all that shit out on our own.
Right.
I said, when it came to fast food and college applications and shit, our parents weren't helping with that.
Mm-mm. Did all that on our own.
He was like, the way you just was asking her, like, you got this? Did you do this? Did you do that? He said, man, no. He said, nobody, you know. And when you really think about it, hell no, nobody wasn't asking us that stuff.
I mean, though, we were really on our own out here.
He said it. He said we was adults. He
Yeah.
said by the time I was her age, I was an adult.
Basically,
I said you ain't lying because when I got my license, baby, that was it.
that
Connie was like, "Well,
like
been
you
nice
can
knowing you.
see you when I see you.
You on the payroll now. Keisha, go pick up this. Keisha, go do that. Hey,
That's it.
stop by there and then take the money out of here and go." Like I was grown. I was
Yeah.
grown.
Uh-huh.
Honey, when I got that license, get that money out my top drawer and go pay that electricity
Okay,
bill.
listen. Went right at
Like,
that place on Northern Lights and was paying them bills for them. Like
listen, look, I can remember being out late.
mm-hmm.
Like, we used to be at Myers. Remember, Myers was like the only place that stayed open
That was
24 hours.
yeah.
We used to be going in Myers at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
What was I doing out the bed?
Out the bed, shopping, looking around like we were supposed to be.
Listen, like a grown up. Me and Bart and Tamara used to be having dinner once a week like adults. We been grown. We was at the
Listen,
cooker. What
listen.
was our young asses doing at the cooker?
Child, the cooker. What was that one restaurant in Northland Mall that you could see like from the front? Was it called Spats?
Spats.
Yes, in
Listen,
there, like we grown.
who did we think we
Child.
were at 17?
Okay.
17 and 18. That summer before I went to college, we literally went out every other day.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about clubbing. We
No.
was going to like, hey, come on, let's go to Fred Rucker. All
Yeah.
right, let's go bowl. Like, are we grown already?
Listen, and where we get the damn money from? I know we had jobs, but it
Yeah,
was still
we
like, I
did
mean,
have jobs, but we didn't have no
yeah, we
bills.
didn't have no bills, none of that
I
stuff.
don't even
So,
remember. Did I have a cell phone? I didn't have a cell phone then. We didn't have cell phones
no, I
then.
didn't get my first cell phone until like maybe I don't think I got it until like
I
maybe my
think I was a
second year of college.
sophomore in college.
Yeah, yeah, I had
Yeah,
a
I think I
pager
was
up
a
until
sophomore because I
then.
was in my apartment when I got my first cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Child, we
Yep.
was grown. We was
Listen.
out there just rolling.
Yeah.
We used to go to Dave and Buster's. We
Just
used to go to the movies. When I tell you, me and Barton tomorrow was
listen.
everywhere.
Putt Putt, Magic
We
Mountain. We were, I mean, just living it up. The
everywhere
movies, just anywhere, just
for
somewhere to
no
be.
reason. No, just random.
Just
Like, so what y'all
because.
want to do? Where
Right.
we gonna go?
Right.
Oh my God,
That's why we so
child, we was
tired
grown.
now. Like that shit is
Listen,
real.
that's why we don't care about none of this shit now.
Mm-mm.
Cause we did what we were supposed to do.
Yeah, we had our fun. We did what we
We
had to
had
do.
it.
And, now it's just like, we are actually adults and we can do what we want to do when we want to do it. Not like we weren't back then, but but
Yeah, but
still,
it's like, baby,
you
we was
know.
grown already.
Yeah,
When Jesse say I'm already home,
that's it.
listen, I'm in the hall already. Like we already did it.
Yeah. Yes.
Like that's crazy. When you really sit and think about that,
All the stuff that we did.
like we were only 17,
Mm-hmm.
17 and 18.
Did you the night before, I don't know, this night always plays out in my head. But I think it was me, you, Bart, and Tamara, if I'm not mistaken. We went the night before our first day of senior year. We went out to eat and to the movies. Were you with us?
We probably did. We
Probably
probably did.
so. Yeah. Because I
We
clearly
probably did.
remember, yeah, I remember that. And I remember getting home real late and then having to get up real early the next morning for school because it was the night before our senior
Child,
year, the day of the first day of school.
let me tell you something crazy. We lived a life,
We
honey.
did. We really did.
We
We had a
lived a
ball.
life when we were supposed to, and I
Hmm.
enjoyed it. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Oh, I had a
Had a
blast.
blast.
Yes.
College was very enjoyable.
Yes.
Had a blast.
I wouldn't change it for nothing. Mm-mm.
No,
No. Especially knowing
no.
now what
I had enough alcoholic beverages. That's why I don't
listen.
drink now. I don't swallow no strong drink.
No, I can't do nothing strong
As the
anymore.
Bible say, don't be
Mm-mm.
giving the strong drink, baby. I don't drink nothing.
No, I just like you just gonna give me something real little and it's
I
just gonna be
can't
mainly
smell
juice.
tequila. Do you hear me? I can't smell it because I'm gonna vomit. I'm gonna throw up.
Okay. Sometimes I'll be
It,
seeing those pictures. If I see like a picture of something I drank back in the day, and especially if I had a bad experience with it, my stomach will start to feel queasy because I'm just like it
ooh,
just brings it right back, and I'm just like, ooh wee.
I better not catch a whiff of no 1800. I better not catch a whiff. I'm gonna go immediately. My guts gonna be like,
Uh-uh.
Let me remind you,
They just
just in
gonna
case you
collapse.
forgot.
They just gonna collapse inside.
Just in case you forgot, because that smell is too close
Right.
to us. Let me give you a little throw up in your mouth because you
Okay.
might have forgot what it felt like.
Listen. Ooh.
Those and Incredible Hulks,
Oh, those Incredible Hawks. I can't believe
baby. How did we
we
survive?
mixed that shit together.
Anybody survived Hennessy and Hypnotic, you a real G.
Oh
Cause
my
listen,
gosh. We were out here with a death wish, girl, and didn't give a
oh
shit.
my, if our parents knew,
Listen.
and we weren't even at home, we were at school.
Yeah.
Imagine your parent getting a call. If they
Child.
knew what we was doing.
Ooh wee. Ass would have been
Mm,
right back in Columbus. Like,
listen, would have been in Columbus in the bedroom. She wouldn't have been like, ain't no school.
hey, you ain't going nowhere.
Ain't no school.
Nope.
Girl,
Couldn't even go to
it was
Columbus
rough out
State.
here. But
Nowhere.
we had a good time.
Yeah, well, yes. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, memories, girl. Memories.
Listen. In the corners of my mind, you see well covered memories of the way we were. Okay?
Honey, that's it.
Oh,
If-
all right. Well, you guys, thank you for going down memory lane with us
yes,
on
yes.
this episode of Girl You Know What. You know how to reach us at girl underscore you know what on Instagram, at DannieBSpeaks, and at Wellness in Women. Until next week, bye everybody.
Bye. Have a good one, everybody.